Intro. Imagine being stranded on a lonely beach, lost in a dense forest, or hanging from a cliff with no one around to help. In those moments, the most unexpected allies can become lifesavers, four-legged heroes who act on pure instinct, not on a plan. Today we're counting down 5 astonishing animal encounters where creatures, completely unaware of what they were doing, ended up rescuing humans in the nick of time. From a dolphin that nudged a panicked swimmer towards safety, to a tiny raccoon that tipped a campfire just before a forest blaze spread, each story shows how instinct, loyalty, and curiosity can turn a simple animal into a lifesaver. Stay tuned as we dive into the details, explore the behavior that made each rescue possible, and discover the surprising lessons we can learn from these unsung heroes. Development. Number 1. The guiding dolphin of the Mediterranean. Our first tale takes place on a sun-drenched stretch of the Mediterranean Sea. A solo swimmer, exhausted and disoriented after a sudden cramp, began drifting farther from shore. As panic set in, a sleek bottlenose dolphin appeared, circling the swimmer with playful leaps. The dolphin's typical behavior, herding fish and riding waves, includes a natural tendency to protect weaker members of its pod and, occasionally, other marine life that appear vulnerable. In this case, the dolphin's instinctive protect the weak response kicked in. It swam beside the swimmer, gently nudging him forward with its rostrum, and then burst ahead, surfacing repeatedly as if pointing the way. The swimmer, following the dolphin's rhythmic motions, was able to stay afloat and eventually reach the beach. Scientists later noted that dolphins often respond to human distress calls, interpreting splashing and erratic movements as signs of a struggling creature. The key takeaway? Even in the wild, empathy can be hardwired, prompting animals to guide those in need without a second thought. Number 2. The Fire Alert Raccoon. Next, we head to a remote campsite in the Pacific Northwest, where a family settled for a weekend retreat. Unbeknownst to them, a low-smoke fire had ignited nearby, its flames licking the dry underbrush. While the family slept, a curious raccoon rummaged through the campsite, attracted by the scent of leftover marshmallows. Raccoons are natural opportunists, known for their dexterous paws and acute sense of smell. As the raccoon investigated the campfire, a sudden gust sent a spark onto a pile of dry leaves. Instinctively, the raccoon leapt backward, knocking over a log that was part of the fire ring. The log crashed onto the flames, smothering them just as the fire began to spread. The sudden clatter woke the family, who quickly realized the danger and evacuated the area before the blaze could grow. In this scenario, the raccoon's innate fear of fire and its quick, defensive reaction saved an entire family from a potentially deadly forest fire. The lesson here is that animals' built-in alarm systems can serve as early warning devices for humans, especially when we're oblivious to subtle signs of danger. Number 3. The medication-fetching golden retriever. Our third story unfolds on a rugged hiking trail in the Rockies. An experienced hiker, Sarah, had been battling severe asthma for years and always carried a portable inhaler in a small waterproof pouch. Mid-ascent, a sudden asthma attack left her gasping for breath, and she collapsed on a narrow ledge. Her golden retriever, Max, had been trained for basic retrieval tasks but was not specifically taught to fetch medication. Golden retrievers possess a strong retrieve drive, a trait originally honed for hunting and later refined for assistance work. Sensing Sarah's distress through her rapid breathing and the change in her scent, Max sprang into action. He ran back down the trail, located the pouch tucked in Sarah's backpack, and dragged it back up to her side. With the inhaler finally in hand, Sarah managed to take a dose, stabilize her breathing, and call for help using a satellite device. Max's instinct to retrieve, combined with his close bond to his owner, turned a potentially fatal situation into a manageable one. This story underscores how domesticated animals, especially breeds selected for service, can instinctively prioritize human well-being, even without explicit commands. Number 4. The mother goose's snake defense. Our fourth rescue comes from a tranquil pond in a suburban park, where a young child named Lily was playing near the water's edge. Unnoticed, a venomous copperhead snake slithered into the shallow area, poised to strike. Lily's mother, busy chatting on her phone, did not see the danger. A mother goose, fiercely protective of her goslings, spotted the snake first. Geese are territorial and will aggressively confront perceived threats, using loud honks and powerful wing beats. The mother goose launched a sudden charge, honking loudly and striking the snake with her beak. The sudden attack forced the snake to retreat, its head striking the water and causing a splash that drew Lily's mother's attention. Realizing the imminent danger, she scooped Lily up and moved her to safety. The goose's innate protective behavior, originally meant to shield her own offspring, ended up saving a human child. This incident highlights how animals' parental instincts can extend beyond their own species, prompting them to act whenever a vulnerable being is in peril. Number 5. The Screaming Capuchin. Our final example takes us high into the limestone cliffs of Costa Rica, where an adventurous climber named Marco became trapped between two rock ledges after a loose handhold gave way. He was suspended for over an hour, unable to signal for help. Nearby, a troop of capuchin monkeys was foraging in the canopy. Capuchins are highly vocal and socially aware. They use alarm calls to warn their group of predators or hazards. Hearing the faint rustle of Marco's rope and the occasional grunt of his struggle, a young capuchin perched on a nearby branch began to emit a series of high-pitched alarm screams. The sound traveled down the cliff face, catching the attention of a forest ranger walking the trail below. The ranger followed the direction of the screams, located Marco, and coordinated a rescue with a helicopter crew. The capuchin's instinct to alert its group to unexpected disturbances inadvertently signaled a human in distress. This story demonstrates that even seemingly random vocalizations can carry critical information, proving that animal communication can bridge the gap between species in emergency situations. Conclusion. We've just explored 5 incredible moments where animals, acting on pure instinct, became accidental heroes for humans. The guiding dolphin showed us that empathy can be a natural part of marine life. The Fire Alert Raccoon reminded us that wildlife often senses danger before we do. The medication-fetching golden retriever proved that a strong retrieve drive can be a lifesaver in the wildest of conditions. The protective mother goose illustrated how parental instincts can cross species lines, and the screaming capuchin highlighted the power of animal communication as an early warning system. Each story teaches a simple, powerful lesson. Paying attention to animal behavior not only deepens our appreciation for these creatures, but can also keep us safer in the great outdoors. So the next time you see a dolphin leaping, a raccoon scurrying, or a dog wagging its tail, remember that beneath those cute moments lies a world of instinct ready to act. If you enjoyed these surprising rescue tales, be sure to like, share, and hit subscribe for daily cute animals and mind-blowing facts. Thank you for watching, and stay curious.